I just feel like, I don't know, like a little bit of just kind of, I just get a feeling that something needs to be said, and usually I have a pretty good feeling as to what needs to be said and when, and I won't do it unless I've earned that right to say something, and I think, I'm never going to say anything to put anyone down or anything. Everything is focused on us getting better and making sure we're all in the right place. So I think it's just kind of it's more of a natural thing.
When did you feel that moment here
that I earned it? I felt like I earned it pretty early here, just based on um, the amount of respect my teammates were showing and expressing to me as to how much like they would even tell me how much they've earned. I earned their respect, and for me to be able to do that at such early in my career here, I mean that just puts me in such a more comfortable position as a leader and as a player.
Well, in a nutshell, what did you have to say?
I think that's more important for the guys in the locker room.
Obviously not. The numbers are not ideal for this offense through 4 weeks. What's the biggest thing that you think this offense needs to do to improve what that needs to be?
I think it's just been a combination of a few things, and I think every single week has been pretty unique. Different parts of our game have shown well, and different parts of our game haven't. And I think a lot of this is coming down to some mental things, and we're cleaning those up.
You look through 4 games and 14 catches by wide receivers, only 35 targets. Has that been more game plan driven, the way the ball just goes where it's open, or is there a way you can get them more involved?
I mean, I'm just a quarterback. I'm not calling the plays or doing any of that. That's not my decision. I'm just gonna run the play as fit, and I'm gonna throw it to the open guy.
Do you ever get to suggest plays?
Yeah, they're very open to my voice, and I appreciate them about how much they care about my influence, and it makes me play more freely.
When you talk about some of the being mental hurdles you have to get over, how do you get over that?
I think just addressing it first and then just going from there.
When you look at the film afterwards, especially on the 2 first times while you were on the field, when you're self-evaluating after that, what are some of the areas of improvement that you saw looking at this and moving forward?
I mean, we have like a checklist when we're grading ourselves and when the coaches are grading ourselves, and I only missed a couple things, so all of those are very fixable.
I don't see any sleeve on your legs. How's the quad feeling?
It's feeling much better. Every single week it's progressing very well. I'm getting a lot closer to being able to, run 100%. Like, I'm able to run, and I think all my pocket movement is at 100%. It's just more of when I open it up and just run out in open field is probably when I still feel it a little bit. But other than that, I feel great.
Were you feeling it on that 18-yard run?
Yeah, a little bit. I think just me being able to get out of the pocket and stuff, there were some times I was able to move around a little bit. Those all feel 100%, but once I realized that I had the yard to gain and all that, I just kind of coasted it out.
Were you surprised that you hadn't seen a lot of green grass there? Were you surprised by how much?
Yeah, I mean, I think, obviously it was a pass play, so once I saw that, all that open field, I was like, shoot, I'll just take it.
I think on the broadcast they mentioned it looked like you were shaking your hand a little, and then Kirk even said afterwards your hand was cramping up. Was there anything during the game were you feeling that throughout the game, I guess is what I'm asking.
Just a little bit. I hit my hand on a helmet pretty good, I think in the first half or something, and I mean nothing's it's not really hurt. It's just just kind of something that happens, so it didn't affect my throwing or anything.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, it was extremely minor.
Shortly after you committed to Iowa last December, I heard you on a podcast with a couple of quarterbacks, and you said basically to the world, please keep saying we're the worst offense in college football. You hope people kept saying that. What would you say to those people now?
I mean, the season's not over yet. We're continually evaluating every single week, and this isn't even close to the finished product. I mean, there's a reason why you play 12 games in a season. There's a reason why there's 4 quarters in a game. for us to, I mean, if we just shut it down right now based on what has already happened, I think that's just not a good mindset.
What are your expectations for the next 8 games?
To play our best.
Is it easier to move ahead from a game like Saturday when you're in the building literally and figuratively and you have no choice but to move on and you're not going to do the social media side of it?
I mean, I think just being around the guys, we all went through something that, I don't think I've ever, a lot of the guys on this team haven't gone through a loss like that, maybe ever, if not in a really long time. And, that one hurt. So coach always refers to the 24-hour rule. So just, it sucks for that 24 hours, but after that we have to move on and we got to focus on the next week.
What's the key to getting Caleb Brown more involved?
Whatever Brian thinks is the best way to get Caleb Brown involved, I'm all for it.
When you look at wide receivers again, I mean, how do you display that you have confidence in them when they barely 3 passes a game they catch?
I mean, I'm extremely confident in them, and they know how confident I am, and I know that they're confident in me. So I don't really care about anything other than me and theirs relationship, and I know how we both feel about one another.
You said after the game you thought this might be like the worst you had felt after a game. You've been through a lot in your career. Like what made it reach that level for you?
I mean, we got smoked, and I think, it was just a tough night. I mean, being blown out and not scoring any points, it's extremely tough as a competitor. So winning's great, and we love to win games, but when you lose, and especially losing that way, those sting.
You talk about that 24-hour rule. That all said, when you guys get back to practice on Monday, is there an added level of intensity that you're seeing on that practice field, or is it just back to the usual high standards of intensity that you guys have in this program?
I mean, I think the guys are well aware of how big of a week this is and everyone felt that on Saturday, and our goal is never to feel that way again. So we've been attacking this week so far very well.
Confidence is something that you mentioned right after the game, even though you also said that it was a pretty horrible feeling, obviously, and confidence in the rest of the guys. Does that come from just your relationship that you have with the guys, practice? Where is the substance for that confidence that you're still feeling?
Yeah, it comes from what we've done in practice. It comes from the relationships we have. It's come from really just a lot of stuff that we've already done, like the work that we put in. We've seen what the product and what it looks like, and it just comes from that. And I know that everyone's willing to get better, and everyone cares about this team and this offense.
When you look at the opponent this week, do you have any kind of lingering memories of facing them and being a staunch rival in your past life, and does that kind of come to the surface at all?
I mean, I've thought about it just maybe a little bit, since just from a schematic standpoint, that it was the same defensive coordinator that I faced when I played them last. Other than that, I just kind of took a look at how I was able to operate again and see what some tendencies, if they were similar to what I prepared for back then to what I'm preparing for now, and those are just kind of the little things that I took a look at. Otherwise, we've been pretty focused on some of the stuff that they've been showing this year.
Well, I know, this team playing Iowa State is a big rivalry, and you feel that, everybody feels that rivalry factor. I guess, do you still feel that? Do you still have that for Michigan State, especially after the way you guys played 2 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, that's a game that I definitely wanted to win, and me and Eric both have another shot at them. So you never want to go 0 and whatever against a team. So our goal is to win this game for sure.